Right, we are live. How do you see your audience? Do the count. All right, guys, we are active. We're all sports. Charles, I will get your back. But I did have alerts that I missed one, or Rob missed one last night. So let me start there to make sure we always do all things. Looks like I'm gonna open one more BLB. Nick, the Hans and roll in the house.
Howdy.
Yeah, you gotta get
Howdy.
Nick is with us tonight. He's gonna be doing a lot of openings. But for now, I just make me a card for cast train REI. And we're gonna one over. Muted.
BLB Blazing.
Hold tight, hold tight.
We muted now. Can you hear me now? How about now? Earthquake. Sounds much better, I think. Good, good. I think when Rob left last night, he turned down the microphone instead of turning it off. So these are things we're learning. We're learning. Cast rain, good enough. One BLB play. All right, Cass. So we're going to open this one for you, and then we'll get started. Well, it's not great. I'll tell you that much. We hear you too, Amanda. Thank you for jumping in. Thanks, TCG Rob. Is that the TCG Rob that left us without a microphone working? All right, guys. So you're going to notice one thing as we get started here. Okay. I did this really smart thing where I sawed off part of my thumb. I was cooking HelloFresh dinner for my family the other night and was making homemade potato chips. So I was taking just russet potatoes and just chip on a mandolin, right? Those little sharp dude floppers, and just pew right through. So it was not great. So it's not easy for me to open packs. I'm going to have the Hansman do most of the pack opening. I'm going to be on the secondary mic, but I will start this one because I absolutely wanted to make good on this missing BLB play for Cast Rain. So good luck. Hopefully we get some cutie patooties, as Queen Honey likes to say. Might of the Meek, that card was busted for a good period of time in Standard. Consumed by Greed, Splash Portal. We got a Seasoned Warren Guard. These critters are so stinking cute. We got a Scrap Shooter, rare. And then our little woodland creature on a quest in this mountain art. So, all right, Cass, we'll get those added to your pile from last night. Again, apologies for missing that one, but it's coming. No, the Moonshot bot is back. I will turn off the moderation. As soon as I trade chairs with the Hansman here, I will take care of that. So hold tight. All right, we're going to trade chairs. Before we do, I just wanted to give you guys a couple of updates for tonight. So we are trying a bunch of stuff, and we're going to have an absolute blast doing it. Nick is here. He will be opening packs. I'll be on the other mic. I'll join where I can, but I don't think you guys want goo all over your cards, and so I'm trying my best to make sure that I keep my hands safe and protected. But here are a few things that we're doing tonight. I wanted to give you guys a heads up on the front end. This is open mic night, we're calling it, right? It's open mic night here at Moonshot Rips. And so we are trying new stuff tonight. I have orders coming in. Grateful for you guys for doing that. We're going to be opening some product. 2 new things tonight. We're going to be adding new stuff as we go, right? We've been working behind the scenes. You've seen the queue kind of get nicer. You've seen prices change. You've seen processes change. You've seen people change. We're working hard to build the best streaming environment we can for you guys. We want to hang out all the time. And we don't want you to feel like you always have to buy something every time we hang out. So we're working on some programming and some other stuff to really create an amazing experience here at Moonshot Rips. But tonight we're going to try 2 new things. Number 1, we're doing giveaways, and this is going to be a consistent thing that we're going to do. I'm not sure about the numbers. We're kind of guessing our way through it. But the way it's going to work is, Huntsman, can you hand me those things? So we're going to do it as follows. Every show, when we get to 30 likes, we're going to give away something. It's going to be a free random drawing to everybody that enters when we cross the 30 likes threshold. So the goal as a team, as a group, is to get 30 likes on tonight's episode, on this stream. When we do that tonight, we're giving away this. It is a Lorwyn Eclipsed double life counter made by GameGenic. Goes up to 99 life. Use it for poison counters, use it for whatever you want to. Really cool little product. This will get shipped for free to the person who wins, but we need to get to 30 likes. And so we'll be working together to make that happen, okay? We're calling this the 30, 60, 90 plan. 60 likes, we're going to give this out, right? So this will be tonight's 60 like. It's premium art sleeves with Aunt Owly, I think it is. Art, pretty dope. Okay, so those are cool. And then if we get to 90 likes, I have a double-sided premium stitching GameGenic play map. This is Airdo. Okay, and this is going to go for free to one of the people that helps us get to 90 likes. So help us get to 30. Encourage your friends to help us get to 60. We're going to help the algorithms understand that this is a cool place for us to hang out. 30 for the life counter, 60 for the sleeves, and 90 for this. And guys, here's what I want to do. Our intention is to do this every stream. Not these 3 same things, but we're going to have a 30, 60, 90 prize every stream that we're going to give out to you folks just for hanging out with us on the stream. So please do. Please like, please tell your friends, please get more people here. The more people to hang out with, the cooler the party is. And so that's what we're trying to do tonight. Okay. Second thing we're going to do tonight. I am not going to expose these to you because it's super duper top secret, but at 9 o'clock Eastern time, 53 minutes from now, we are going to do our first ever Carl's Crazy Deal live 5 cards that will be available for sale right at 9 o'clock. This isn't an auction. We're not trying to drive up prices, guys. This is us giving you cards at a discount. So all of these cards have been chosen by Carl. All of these cards are discounted at Carl's traditional crazy Carl ways. I honestly don't even know how he does it, but they are done. And these 5. So at 9 p.m., we'll post a link in the chat. It'll go live, and you can come buy these cards. It's basically first come, first serve. It's all based on who buys the card first in Shopify. And so, we're not trying to create like a FOMO thing, but I wanted to do something cool where y'all could get into something, right? Like, these are fun cards. I've specifically asked Carl to find cards in the $15 to $75 range tonight. So these aren't going to be $1,000 bangers. These are going to be cool cards, maybe cool art, cool treatment. I honestly don't know what the cards are, but we're going to pull them up. Hansman will have him flip them over probably because he'll be at the camera at that point in time. But again, I'll be on the mic. Hansman's going to come in here, start cracking some packs. We got our first couple of orders in. If you guys want to place some orders, I'll get a link posted in the chat on how to do that. And we will have a absolute blast tonight. So tonight we're going to do the giveaways, help us get to 30 likes, then 60, then 90. And come check out these 5 KKDs you're going to find here shortly. Cool? All right, I'm going to switch to BRB mode so Hans and I can switch chairs. I don't think you guys want to watch us try to switch chairs on a live stream. So this is a very small studio, and we are very large people. And so this is not going to work without going to the BRB screen. So as soon as Hans gets settled in, he'll kick back on, and you guys will start cracking some packs together.
Roll up, work 2.
There we go. Thank God for the help. My goodness. Well, howdy there, chat. It's me, the Haunts Man. What's good, y'all? I'm happy to be back, and I'm happy to open some packs with y'all here today. Let's get right on into it. We got Charles here. Let's get into it. We got some foundations. We got some TLA. We got all sorts of goodies.
Best practice here is grab each of the packs, put them all on a stack.
The foundations
Yeah,
collector.
make sure you get collector and plate.
Oh, absolutely. Let's see where the...
And 8 likes so far, chat. We're 22 away from our first free giveaway. Collectors are on the left, player on the right.
I'm just looking for the foundation.
If they're sold out, then there's unopened boxes.
I don't see the...
FDN.
Yeah, I just don't see the actual tag for it. Are these alphabetical?
They're supposed
Here. It's significantly shorter than the others is what it was. Alright, there we go. Now we're good. I see why. EOE was so tall and Foundations was so short. That's why. I'm like, okay, only so much of this can be my fault at any given time. Alright, TLA is gonna need a new box. TLA was
How's
last
Mike now,
Airbender,
man? I
correct?
really appreciate you giving us feedback. I just turned mic 2 up. These are the default mics we had in the room. I've got better mics on order. Hopefully that will make this better. But for now, can you hear both Hauntsman and I, chat?
TLA is the last Airbender, correct, chat?
That's right.
Alright, excellent.
Yeah, he is correct.
There's so many sets, so much value, so hard to keep them all straight.
So you got 2 TLA collector, 2 Secrets of Strixhaven collector, and 1 IKO collector
Yeah.
pack.
Reload
Charles.
this here. I assume.
We're gonna have fun with this one,
So-
Charles. Thanks for the order, brother.
So,
Secrets of Strixhaven is probably over to the right. Those are new,
Oh,
so those sit by themselves. Maybe closed boxes. I think
Yeah.
Rob sold the last of one of those boxes. And remember that knife is super dull on purpose.
yes. Because I like keeping all my fingers. Wouldn't you say so?
Well, a little too soon, I
I
think.
had to take the
A little
jab.
too soon.
I saw my opportunity. I took it, chat. I saw my opportunity. And
Hi,
then
Bailey. How was Frank's birthday?
IKO. Sure. All right. Collector pack sleeve. Here we go. Collector pack sleeve. All right.
Got everything? Make sure you count them correct.
1 there, 2 there, 2 there, and 1 there.
Huntsman, I
right.
usually open from top down as they order them because
Yes.
they're ordering them in whatever format they choose. So I normally start in the exact order they buy them.
Sounds good.
I
Well,
don't
let's get
think
into it.
Honey always does that, but you know, maybe I'm a little more OCD.
Oh, well, I can appreciate that. Any more reason to get into a good routine is my kind of style.
Good luck, Charles.
Well, let's get into it. Let's get you some value.
Up and centered. Hold up. Pay attention to the screen as you're opening.
There.
You go lift up, and then lean the front of the or the back of the card more parallel.
Drake Catcher. I love that card. And it's doing all sorts of wonders in Standard right now. Blasphemous Edict. Excellent. Sylvan Scavenging. Abyssal Harvester. And a Scrawling Crawler. That's a good hit, too.
That was a good pass.
Awesome. That was a very, very good pack. All sorts of goodies in that one. Ooh. A legitimate business person. I love that card. Just for the term legitimate business person.
Who defines that really?
Legitimate business people.
they define
Absolutely
themselves.
legitimate business people over at Wizards of the Coast said, you know what? We need some card that represents us. Legitimate business people.
Clever.
Let's see what we got here. Day of Black Sun. Clone. Toph, Greatest Earthbender. Lowe and Lee, Royal Advisors. The Lion Turtle. A beautiful island.
Nick, how into The Last Airbender were you? Is that something you watched or paid attention to?
I was extremely sheltered, and so not as much, but it's something that I also love references. And so it's something that I've naturally quoted a lot in my life, and I'm learning what I'm referencing later on in life. So one of the things I've been saying my entire life was secret tunnel, and not knowing what I'm talking about my entire life. And so now I'm getting in on the references I've been making my entire life. So it's a culture shock for myself that I've been making.
That's hysterical.
Ooh, a pretty Appa. Look at that beauty. Gorgeous, gorgeous. That is awesome. A meteorite. Wartime protesters. Tectonic split. Glass Agni Kai. And a swamp. Look at Appa over there. Awesome. Those are awesome.
The inconsistency.
Yep.
Rob's texting me telling me my audio is inconsistent. I think that's just me not knowing how to talk into a microphone, Rob.
That is also probably me as well.
So let's just work on that, Huntsman. Let's try to be... The thing I was told Rob was eat the mic, right? Be
Fair.
close to it and eat the mic.
See, another big problem is also that my stomach is actively touching the desk. And I'm not sure if I'm eating the mic as much as my stomach is eating the table. So I'm going to turn this up is what we're going to have to do. So y'all tell me if this is too loud, and we're going to just figure this out through testing. And I'm probably just going to make note and when it's too loud, and we're just going to go from there.
We're doing it live, folks.
We're doing it live, chat. We're doing it live. We're going to figure this out together. At some point, we're going to go too far, and then we're going to dial it in, and then we're going to figure out what's just right. We're going to Goldilocks this. That's what we're going to do. We're going to figure it out together.
Now
All
you're
right.
very loud.
Now I'm very loud. See?
Too
Like
loud.
I said.
Too loud. Hold on. The porridge is too hot. Guys, I wish I had a camera showing you Nick.
Now,
trying to
hopefully
figure
that's
out-
just right. Either that or this is ASMR, and I'm very quiet.
Tell us.
One of the two.
Tell us, folks. How we doing?
We're going to wait for a quick second to figure that out together. Chat, how am I sounding so far?
Rob, you're not very helpful. Now he's very loud. You were good before, and I was quiet. So mine needs to come up a little. Yours needs to go back to where it was. You turned yourself up and didn't need to. So whatever it was before you turned it up, you're still up. I got it.
Cool, because I hit the wrong one. I'm also not seeing chat move. I'm still just seeing foundations is always a good hit. So good, love it. And not seeing any other movement.
No, that's not helpful. I'll help you with that. My chat's working just fine.
Sick. So I'm flying blind chat.
That's all right.
The callouts would be lovely.
I'll do that. So I think our sound's better. Rob and others let us know otherwise, but go ahead and open some cards, Nick the Huntsman.
Absolutely. Oh, a stock up. It's not actually a rare, but we're going to count it as a rare.
I think it's a rare every time. That card's
I count it
busted.
as a rare. That thing's, it's a his what it is, so we'll count it. Echo Casting Symphonium. Pest Rescuer. Practice Offense. Jessica's Will Foil.
That's the big shiny boy.
Ooh. Pretty, shiny. You're good. Hey, and that means I'm actually having some chat movement here, too. Is that the most recent thing you're saying you're good? Or is that very, very old?
That's very, very old. I think
Sick.
we're
All right,
looking
well,
at the
we got
wrong
some
chat.
movement, chat. Progress. We did it. You know, we did it. We got an informed. That wasn't even the main one. We got an ink right in there too, which is also a beautiful and awesome playable card. Would you look at that? You know what? We'll always take more cards and more value. We love that.
You're seeing the correct chat now.
I'm seeing the correct chat now. You're good. LOL is the most up to date message. I am up to date. Would you look at that? So I am up to date now, and as well as I am sounding good, chat. Can I get confirmation that I'm not, blasting y'all's eardrums out, but also don't sound like, ASMR off in the distance, like a whisper or anything, because we want to make sure we're sounding good here. Let's keep cracking in the meantime. Let's see what we got here. Yes, you're up to date. Excellent. Thank you, disregarded rambles.
Genius.
See, that's exactly what I'm doing. Disregarded rambles. See, this person gets it. And I needed a help in hand. It's so practical. The names are all so practical. I needed a help in hand from disregarded ram. It's nailed it. We did it.
Perfect.
Giant growth. And a mountain. Harmonized Trio. Yeah, one card at a time. Focus Mage. See, that's what I need to do. I need to focus. Joke's on you. ADHD. That's not happening. Arc of Hunger. Brain Freeze. That's what's really happening. I can't. Yeah. Brain not functioning. Ooh. Bring to Light. I love the Cthulhu style artwork of this. And it's a silver scroll, too. I love this one. This one's awesome. Congrats there, Charles. That is awesome. And lastly, the sleeved super fancy collector booster, Ikoria. I loved Ikoria so much because I'm a big Godzilla fan. Let's see if we can get one of the cool Godzilla cards out of these. You can call me Rambles. It's easier. Thank God, because I need the help. I'm not going to lie.
Rambles. Was good.
I'm not going to lie.
Disregarded Rambles is good.
All right. Ikoria.
Okay, Rob. Are you complimenting yourself or are you complimenting the Huntsman?
And some studs recently. It could be both. It could be both. It could be both.
I did tell Rob last night as he was streaming that the only reason he was here is because Queen Honey is at MagicCon.
Ah.
This is actually open mic night, so this is an open night for the Huntsman, for Rob, for Jason, for others. But Friday night's usually Queen Honey night, and she is too busy having a blast in Las Vegas right now.
For the reminders and the things mentioned.
I got it.
Just, yeah.
I got you. I'm watching.
All right. Let's see if we can pull a Godzilla card. Oh, Bushki. Thick. Immediately flips over the back of cards. All right, let's try that one more time. Whoa. All right, so we got to correct. I'm a trained professional, y'all. I promise. I promise. All right, let's try that again. Rugged Highlands. Let's see if we can get some good ones in here. All right. So Luminous Enigma. Slitherwisp. Hub Warden. Cloud Piercer. Here we go. Trumpeting Gnar. A Triome. Beautiful. Gorgeous Triome. These things are really going up too because they're so playable. They haven't been reprinted. There's the Godzilla card I was mentioning.
Perfect.
Titanith Rex. Godzilla Primeval Champion. That's my kind of heat right there. And a Greathorn. Migratory Greathorn. Well, that's awesome. I hope you're a Godzilla fan because that was a awesome pack. Thank you, Charles. Hope you got some cards you're looking for.
Did you separate the... Here, I'll do it. Did you separate the foils and the good stuff and the normal stuff?
Oh, that's right. Yes.
You did. Then sleeve up everything that's rare or otherwise. Put them in the team sleeves.
Yes.
Usually fits about, I don't know, 12 or 15 cards in there. Yep, you got it.
This is what I get for getting rusty. I need to...
Why we do it?
I need to get back on the horse. This is why I need to get back on this and do it more often. I gotta get back on the haunts.
There you go. Easy.
I'm funny, I promise, chat. I'm funny, I promise.
That's not true.
Has me back on the stream, tells me I'm not funny. Is this why I'm here?
That's right. Pick on, it's called Pick on Nick Night.
Exactly. Yeah. Open mic night, he says. It's for him. It's a twisted power game is what this is. I see. All right. Andrew Yan.
You're looking for it? Yeah, that's the side.
What do I do with this? Okay.
The one I already made for you.
Oh, you did this.
I'm making them for you so you can just do it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, who put this here? Is this old?
Nope.
I'm like, is there a glitch in the Matrix?
There's
like,
not.
What happened?
I made the sticker for you. I'm sitting next.
I'm like, is this? Did the sticker just manifest itself there? This is the most helpful printer ever. My God, where can I get one of these? My God, AI is getting so advanced. I swear to God. 5 TLA collectors before. That printer goes again right now. Here it is, getting out. All right, 5 TLA collectors. Good luck, Andrew. All right. Pardon my little commentary in the background there. That one was just for me.
Most
let's
of-
get you
that's
some cool stuff.
the true sense of a comedian is jokes just for you, right?
Yes. Where is? One second. Where is the thing where I can click go on to the next person?
I'll do that for you. It's the
Cool.
one. The one. All right. So
'Cause the
Charles is
everything we've
done.
got 'em.
Okay.
Yeah, like this.
Tab.
Having the top.
So
Okay.
I already did it. Already did it.
Already
Here's
did
that. We're good.
Okay.
Huzzah.
Can I separate this out? I can. There we go. That's what we can do. I just need to drag that. There we go. All right. We're back in it, chat. We're back in it. Minor technical difficulties, but we're
Really
back.
just user errors. I don't think there were any technical difficulties.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is definitely a me problem, chat. No, I'm trying to pass this on as if I'm smooth, but I'm not. I'm as smooth as my body is smooth, and I am not. I am what you call chunky. All right, let's go. Avatar's Wrath. Searing blood. That looks like it hurts, and I like that kind of artwork where you can tell like how brutal, like in a good kind of way, the artwork is. I like that. Realm of Ko. Water Whip. Planetarium of Wan Shi Tong.
I think it's pronounced planetarium. It was a South Park joke. If you ever watched South Park, keep going.
Okay. Remember that part where I said I was sheltered? Remember that part?
Arium.
That is a lie, though. I did see some South Park. I didn't see that episode, but I saw a lot of South Park. I saw too much South Park. That's why I'm like this.
Ah, that checks out.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. It's other things. There's a lot of reasons why I'm like this. That was not one of them. There's a lot of other reasons. All right. I love this card. This card does not see enough play. Attempted to sentence and it didn't work. May Scornful Striker. Warstorm Surge. The Fire Nation Drill. Umi. However you pronounce that, Earthbender. Eclectic. That's the one.
We did it. We got there.
We got there.
Reading is fun.
That's a word for it. Tough, hard-headed teacher. And a forest.
And a pretty little forest.
I love there's a card called That's Rough, Buddy. I assume that's one of the references that I didn't get growing up, but I guess you could say that's rough. No, nothing on that one. No,
That's fine.
just fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, I assume the people that actually get that reference would be able to tell me, but I assume. Did you ever watch Avatar growing up?
I did. No, I watched it with my 10-year-old boy. So he got really into it maybe a year or two ago, and we watched all of them together.
So you at least have enough context to tell me if that reference was good, then.
Well, sort of. I mean, I was like working in the background while watching it with him and all of that, so I wouldn't call myself an expert, but I
Fair.
thought the overall like plot and storyline was awesome. Like it was a really.
I've been
cool
told it's fantastic,
It's
which is
very-
why we're here.
very good.
Waterbender Ascension. Ooh, look at that Valakut.
That's
Boy,
fire.
oh, that's an
dope.
awesome one. Volcano of Roku's Island. Lo and Lee, Royal Advisors. Fiery Confluence. The Legend of Yang Chen. And an island. Those are awesome. Got 2 more packs here. Let's see how we're doing so far on our likes as well. We got 9 likes so far. Remember, for everyone that's joining here tonight, we have a giveaway at 30 likes. So remember, for everyone to start joining in on that, we currently have 9. We need 21 more, and we'll be giving out a life counter for this one at 30 likes.
Yep, 30
and then
likes.
some sleeves at 60 and a playmat at 90. So make sure to get in there. We have an ally token, Fire Nation Palace, Fevered Visions. Ooh, that is freaky. My goodness. Elemental Teachings, Fire Nation Occupation, Airbender Ascension. That's the one. And a mountain. Last pack magic. Let's make it a good one.
Good luck, Andrew.
Good luck. Wow. All right. This one's the Earthbender Ascension. There we go. And a Dranath Magistrate foil. Beautiful. That's a good one. That's a hit.
I hear that.
And a Legend of Roku Borderless. Now, there's a pack. My God. That is a very good pack. Low and Lee Royal Advisors and a Great Divide Guide. Now, that's some last pack magic. There we go, Andrew. That was some very, very good last pack magic. That was an awesome one. Well, congratulations there, Andrew. Hope you got some good cards that you like, because, man, that last pack had all the goodies. My goodness. Hope you enjoyed. That was great.
I'll go ahead and handle the clicking of things tonight, so you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
You can watch chat. So Andrew's done, Chad's up. Ezra the Wizard coming in with an order also. So here's your next 3 in that order. I just pull them one at a time, but have them ready for you.
So Chad's up next.
Yep.
With 1 BLB play.
I think this might be the Chad that was like, hey, dude, I'm in your store.
Ooh. Well, then let's get you some
Guys,
goodies.
we're up to 11 likes. We're doing the thing. We're doing it. Come
We're
on.
up to 11. Excellent. Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and keep it going. We got a good amount of viewers. We got 85 views, but that's not 11. With only 11 likes, let's get in there, chat. If we like cool stuff, we got to get up those likes to 30 at least. We got 85 viewers. Let's get those up there so we can get some cool stuff out of this. At 30, we get that awesome life counter. 60, we get those sleeves. And at 90, we get that playmat, all for free. So make sure to like. Come on, let's do this. And speaking of let's do this, let's get some cool rips for Chad.
It's Bloomborough. There's cutie patooties in these packs.
Oh, absolutely. Let's find a good one right now. Good luck, Chad. What we got? Roddenmouth Viper. It's not necessarily the cutest, but it's absolutely a good hit.
What was that, 3 casting giant?
It's more than 3, but it can cost 3 if you want it to. When you can sacrifice things to make it cost less, and then it hits real hard.
That's what it
it's
is.
a heck of a card.
Big dog.
Very, very good hits. And a Starseer Mentor. That is an excellent hit. I do not sleeve. It's just one, correct?
That's fine. I probably would. I'd probably just throw the whole pack in a sleeve or something if that's what you got.
Yeah.
Not the card. Yeah, that stays out. But or you can just throw the 1 rare in there if that's all that fits. Whatever it's designed to work. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Let's keep it together. Yep. On to the next one.
And then Chad got right back in there with the Universes Beyond Play Bundle. All right. CMNC. One of you. One of you.
All right, Chad, we'll get that order processed and on to your next one. Guys, if you are seeing this get opened here by the Huntsman, so we're doing a Universes Beyond Play Bundle tonight. You get 1 Turtles, 1 Spooderman, 1 Last Airbender, and 1 Final Fantasy Play Pack. You get all of those for $19.99. It's a dill. It is a dill.
All right. A little Universes Beyond sampler, if you will.
There you go.
Let's get into it.
It's a sampler.
Exactly.
It's like a
all
wine
the goodies. All the goodies.
How much of these have you opened, Huntsman? Have you opened a lot of all 4 of these?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's what I love about you.
I love
You've opened all the packs.
cardboard crack. Absolutely.
Rob was like, I've never opened a Turtles card before.
Joke's on you. I have a crippling addiction to cardboard. It is affecting my quality of life. That's why we're here, after all.
Funny.
Let's get you some goodies. What's y'all's take for the most underrated set out there? Ooh, I've got thoughts in a second. Teleportation Circle, Mikey and Leo, Chaos and Order, Omni Cheese Pizza, and Dimension X. Most underrated set out there. There's 2 that come to mind immediately. The first one that gets the most credit, I'd say, for like constructed like competitive formats is Ravnica Allegiance, and I will die on that hill. You get the shocks, you get the it's shocks, but not fetches. But you get a bunch of these commons on commons. One of my marks of a good set is being able to pay attention to the entire pack. because you always will have these like master sets, these horizon packs, where they're meant to be premium. They're meant to be super good. But having things like wilderness reclamation, growth spiral, you know, and all these other things that just matter throughout the entirety of the pack, in addition to things like smothering tithe in there, was super important. And just at the time, people didn't understand things like Rhythm of the Wild also being super important too. It was an insanely good set. If you look back at it, the sheer number of cards that end up being reprinted and just playables was insane throughout all the different parts of the pack. Phenomenal set.
Here's what I want to see. I want to see if the Huntsman can do that again while fanning through the cards and talking.
Yeah, you're going to be not able to do that. Black Cat, Cunning Thief. We're going to try on the next pack and I'll fumble. Okay, there's a part 2 to that. Aunt May, Camellia, Master. Yeah, see, because I can't do it right now. I'm still going through uncommons. See, I couldn't even manage a rebuttal without going through uncommons. See? All right, well, let's try it, because here's part 2 of that answer. And I'm going to try and do it while going through a pack. So my part 2 of that answer for Commander in particular, let me get ready for my answer. Is Conspiracy Take the Crown? That set was incredible, and it was overshadowed by the inventions of Kaladesh being spoiled at release. We got How to Start a Riot, Airbender Ascension, and Crashing Wave. So when that was going on, they had things like Berserk, Expropriate, a huge amount of things like the Monarchy coming into play during the actual release of the set. Show and Tell was coming out, Palace Jailers, all these things throughout the entirety of just the actual, like I said, all the pack mattered. The draft format was also incredible. But like I said, the big ones being the Monarchy, at the time Leovold, which quickly got banned, thank God. But beyond that, just everything in that pack mattered. And think of it this way, when you have things that eventually Monarchy became something that was so huge in Commander, and that was one of the parts of the big set, that's a good idea for just to represent the format. I think that just makes it one of the best sets of all time. Edgar, King of Figaro, the Golden Saucer. Summon Fenner is a good one too. And yes, I absolutely had to stop myself to talk about that, because you're right. I could not open packs and talk at the same time.
No, it ain't happening.
Absolutely no. Nope. I like to talk, but I can't do both. I have to slow down.
One of the sets that I was pretty shocked by was the original.
Thank you, Chad.
Was the original Baldur's Gate, right? Because when that set came out, if you guys remember, like, it was dead on the shelves. As a store owner, I can tell you this: like, we couldn't sell that product at all.
So wet.
We could not sell it. People just weren't buying it. It was like this. Everybody was like, "This set sucks." And then you look now at history, and that set's bomb. Just bomb. I mean, Rob was talking about this last night. Like, that was a sleeper, right? I mean, it just like it was dormant for a period of time, and then it came back to life.
That's how I felt the same way about Conspiracy, because at the same time when Conspiracy came out, Conspiracy Took the Crown, Ghostly Prisons were like $6 and Serum Visions were like $5, and those were both uncommons in the set. And then when Palace Jailers, because of Legacy, went up to like $8, I'm like, guys, this was back when packs were like $5 a piece. I'm like, guys, there are uncommons in the set. There's 3 of them, all of which pay for the pack. Imagine if there were 3 copies of Stock Up in the same set right now.
There are 2 copies of Stock Up in the same set.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Stock Up.
Yes, but imagine if Stock Up, this was the first printing of Stock Up. Imagine if there were 3 different flow states in Strixhaven right now.
Yeah.
That's insane things to talk about with the Monarchy in the same set.
Yeah, that's real.
It's insane. All right. Ezra, the Wizard, good luck. Looking back, $80 CRB is ridiculous. I opened so many boxes of Baldur's Gate when it was cheap. I agree with you on that, Jason. Now I see a naysayer for sure. Now I use a lot of cards in Commander. That's the thing. So many times we just are so used to things coming out so fast, so we look over.
Flip it upside down. Those packs open easier from the bottom.
Fair.
If you
I'll keep that in mind for the next one.
If you get stuck.
Fair.
This is the way.
This is the way. A lot of times I think of the cards until I see it truly working. It's not until you realize how good a card is until it really stomps your face in the first time. And then you're like, oh, that's powerful. I know because I'm dead. Duty Beyond Death, Monstrous Rage, and a Plains. Supplier Technique. Coercive
Is that a commander
Impetus?
card? I haven't seen much of that card.
Yeah, that one I think is a commander card.
Yeah.
Harmonized Trio. One card at a time. There we go. Expressive Iteration.
It's a good card.
Hans Color Storm Stallion. That's my kind of card.
That card's raffle stomping the Pro Tour
Primo
right now,
the
too.
Indivisible.
If you guys
It
go look
breaks
up,
my heart. I want to play that thing at regional championship. I'm still on the fence of whether or not I'm playing that, but I'll tell you what deck's really impressing me at the Pro Tour right now, besides Prowess, because that's the obvious choice. I'm really leaning towards the Landfall deck right now with a road in it.
you would.
Yeah, my heart, it yearns for basic forests. It yearns for them. I love them too much. You want to know how much I love the card Basic Forest? There is a horse that is playable in a top tier deck in Standard, and I'm ready to pass it up. That is how much I enjoy the card Basic Forest. God, it is my soul, chat, my soul.
He needs it.
All right, let's see what else we got here. We got Monstrous Rage, Royal Treatment, an Island, Emeritus of Conflict.
That's the
Ooh.
lightning bolt one.
That's the lightning bolt one, yes.
So we've talked about this briefly. You are a aggro player in a lot of
I
ways.
am.
Not always, right? But you like to turn
for
cards
the most
sideways.
part, absolutely. Yeah,
Is that card good, bad, or indifferent? What are your thoughts?
it depends on the shell.
Okay.
I think that it's really good in Pioneer in particular.
Okay.
Because I think in
A
the
lot of
Pioneer,
bolt
like
happening in
Phoenix
Pioneer,
kind of
yeah.
decks
Yeah,
where
yeah.
people are bringing like a lot of like these graveyard hate, it's really good there. I could also see it doing well right now in Standard once there are like different changes to, like if there are bans, I could see it being more playable right now. Right now, there's a lot of shock effects in Standard, so I think it's a great play. I think it's a great card in a wrong place, wrong time kind of format.
Okay.
But with that said, I think the card itself is fantastic. It's just that right now there's so many shock effects.
Clear.
But I think in general the card's fantastic. Where I would want it is in formats more like Commander, where it itself is something where I can just machine gun out a lot more
Sure.
spells, and
Turn
there's
it
so
on.
many more targets. The more players there are, the more things I have to care about, and that's where that card's gonna shine.
That's real.
Lorehold Archivist, Magma Blood Archaic, Expressive Iteration.
Shiny.
Ooh, speaking of shiny,
Is that a silver scroll?
scroll, Subterranean.
That's a bomb.
Terror.
That's a mythic.
That is.
That's a good
That's
hit.
a pretty one. is
Nice
what it
job.
is. That is gorgeous.
Nice job, Ezra.
Excellent one. That is gorgeous. That is beautiful. Congratulations on that one, Ezra. That is an awesome one. And speaking of which, is from Conspiracy Take the Crown. Because as if, like I
What,
said,
Subterranean Tremors?
yes, it is. Yes, it is. They're good cards. I cannot speak. Expropriate comes from that set. Selvala comes from that set. Leovol comes from that set. Good cards come from that set. I cannot stress this enough. The Monarchy come. Look back. Look at that set. It is fantastic. It just is. But everyone remembers that it comes out at the exact same time as the Inventions did. So everyone forgets it. But no, that set was gas.
Love it.
So let's play you some more gas.
Do it. Do the thing.
All right. Requisition Raid. Help in Hand. And a Forest. See, I yearn for basic forests. Vane's New Dean. Nev, Practical Dean. The Loot, Resonating Loot. This card is one that either, every time I face it, either I could answer immediately or I just die on the spot in Standard. It's just one of the two.
Coin flip.
Every time that I don't answer it, they just always have board wipe into kill you. Mathematics you for how large is your deck? Didn't matter. Ooh, ad nauseum. That is such a beautiful art. I said this last time I was on the stream. Every time I look at the artwork in this set, I always say, oh, that's my favorite art. Then I change it 5 minutes later because there's always a more beautiful art that I see five minutes later.
Point. Very well done.
Postmortem Professor and a boar. I hope I get the chance to draft Conspiracy at some point. That experience seems amazing. Drafting Conspiracy is another big part of it as well, because it's a 4-player draft. So it's very, very, well, I should phrase it. It's 8 players to draft it, but the actual play patterns is 4-player. So it's actually, you know, very similar to Commander. So a lot of people are drafting something that's, you know, hey, I'm going to play Commander in a draft format. Conspiracy did it first. This is just going to turn into a Conspiracy, you know,
Conspiracy.
I'm gonna, yeah,
It's very meta.
Nope. I'm not giving this topic up. Nope. It's gonna be here the whole night. The whole night, chat. The whole night.
It's a conspiracy.
It's conspiracy, man. He just likes to set too much. Y'all brought it up, chat. Y'all brought it up.
I don't
Stargaze.
They asked what the best set was, and then
And I gave them an honest answer, and I'm holding it to it.
That's fair.
Deduce. Island. Steal the show.
What does that card do?
Choose one or both. Target player discards any number of cards, then draws that many cards. Or steal the show deals damage equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard to target creature or planeswalker.
Okay.
Two and a red sorcery.
Okay.
Oh, it's choose one or both, actually. I apologize. You can do both.
That's fun.
And based on the ordering of the card, you can discard and then deal the damage. You can pitch your hand and then deal a ton to something. Form Filibuster. Stirring Hope Singer. Hieratic Ritual. And another Stirring Hope Singer. 2 in the same pack. Okay. 2 more packs. All right. Let's see what other goodies we can get. A Zombify. Repel Calamity.
Little Miss Mabel in there with her sword.
Mountion. Mind into Matter. Rutha, Mastering the Moment. Remember how I said a second ago about beautiful arts and I see something even more pretty? Here we are. Storm Carved Coast. I love these portals. The portal lands is what I like to call them.
Portal lands?
That's what I'm calling them now. I don't know if that's the actual name for them, but I'm calling them that. Ooh, is this Veil of Summer? I think it's Crop Rot.
That's
yeah,
Crop Rot. Is that
Crop Rotation?
Is that normal or is that foil?
This one is a normal one, but still very pretty and very
card.
playable. And a Dual Caster Mage foil special guest.
That's sweet.
That one is foil. Beautiful. All right. Last pack magic. Let's get you a good one, Ezra. Let's do it. Last pack magic, last boosty. Take a Jason's advice and open them from the bottom, and it is a bit easier. I don't know why that is, though. I don't understand the logic, but it does apply. Like, how does that happen? How does that work? But yeah, here we are. Oh, I need to be checking for flow states is what I need to be doing. That card's nuts.
Always.
Locust Spray. Feed the Swarm. I love the artwork. I'm going to say that so many times throughout the night. Y'all are going to get sick of it, but I'm going to keep saying it. Swamp. The Haunts. Color Storm Stallion. Scorched Geyser. Erode. This is what I love in this set. I love Erode because I love Path to Exile. That was my kind of magic when I got into it. Ooh, and a foil Berserk. You know what other set Berserk was in?
Conspiracy Take the Crown.
You're absolutely right. It was. Absolutely. And a foil extended Emeritus.
I was going to say Alpha.
Absolutely right. It was. It was the first foil printing. Like, you think this foil was beautiful? You know, the first foil printing of Berserk was You're right. It was. Yeah, it was.
That's funny.
We're gonna ride this train into the earth.
All right, Chad. As he's getting those up and going, I do want to remind us all that tonight we are giving away stuff. So we are, it looks like, at 14 likes, 16 more to get to our first giveaway. We need to get 30 likes on the stream. One thing I will tell you is if you're watching on your phone, and I think it works the same way on desktop, it's not easy to find the like button. If you're on your phone, you have to actually click out of the chat to find the like button. Rob just texted me and said he spent 10 minutes looking for the like button to figure out how to like the stream. And so if you're not used to doing this, that is something. Yeah, thank you so much. That is something you need to look out for. So make it easier. Find the like button. Give this stream a like. I mean, subscribe to our channel also, but definitely give this stream a like. When we get to 30, we're going to do a giveaway here in the stream, and everybody that's here can enter, and someone will win a prize.
Also, thank you for all the 102 people watching currently as well.
That's total views, not
that's
number of people watching.
Oh, more than the.
I don't know what you're watching. Not that.
Cool.
Number of people watching is 19. 19 humans
I was
currently
so
sitting here.
excited.
Well,
I'm not gonna lie.
you got a ways to go, cowboy.
Yeah.
You keep
Man,
talking
I
about
got-
conspiracy, and you're certainly going to chase them all away.
Yeah. Okay. Ow. All right. Ow. Okay. Man, my soul. Okay. All right. Ow. All right.
Let's
Can we
get
have
Andrew.
a moment of silence for my pride there? All right.
While Nick's
Good
searching
Lord.
for his pride, Andrew, we'll get
Jesus,
to
that man had a family. My God. All right. One SOS collector for Andrew. My God, don't mind me crying over here, folks. Jeez. Well, let's get you something cool here, Andrew. My God. All right. Let's pull it together here. My God. Okay. All right, I see how it is. Okay. All right, let's get you something cool. All right, let's get some goodies.
one pack snipe.
There.
Let's see what you got.
Ooh,
Pick your
this one
poison.
is pick your poison. That's correct. Yes. Giant growth. Forest. Applied geometry. Abstract performance.
My favorite art in the set.
Echo Cast Symposium.
That card's busted.
Big score. Ambitious Augmentor. Beautiful. All right. Thank you, Andrew. Awesome.
Hey, we're doing it. We're up to 15. We're halfway to our challenge, folks.
Exactly.
And then in 9 minutes, we are doing our first ever test on a Moonshot Rips KKD.
And I will say that I'm real excited for those.
Great. So
excited.
at 9 o'clock, folks, for those of you that are new joining us tonight, we are testing the idea of doing KKDs live on the stream. And so at 9 o'clock, we'll have 5 cards that will show you on the screen that will all be available for sale right then. We're not doing an auction format. The goal is not to just jack up the prices. The goal is the exact opposite. We're selling these cards below normal price. This is the typical Carl's Crazy Deal format, but they're exclusive to you. So the only people that will see these cards and have a chance to buy these cards are people that are on the stream watching. We're trying to kind of bring our worlds together and connect the dots here. So stay tuned. 8 minutes.
And Grunt Black, to answer your question, KKD stands for Carl's Crazy Deals. Carl is someone that works with us, and he has some insane deals on some really good cards. And so what we're saying is stick around for some really cool deals on some really awesome cards. We always give some really awesome, really playable, really sought after stuff, some really awesome deals. So stick around for some awesomeness is what we're saying. With that in mind, Chad, let's dive into your pack. Let me try the bottom thing. Is the bottom thing also working for this?
Don't know. Haven't opened a lot of...
I don't know how that makes sense, but it does. I don't know why that works, yet
we're
we're
just
here.
right-handed. Right? Depending on your normal... That's my guess. I don't know.
I'm doing it the same.
I don't know.
I'm using the same.
It's probably... I don't know. Just don't try to reverse engineer it. Let's just look at some Turtles cards and see what we can find.
Trying to launch my way through foil packaging. Having a crisis over here over some foil packaging. My God. Sitting over here, just what have I become? My God. All right. Michelangelo, weirdness to 11. That's me right there. Weirdness to 11. Sitting over here having a crisis.
At least a 10.5.
Oh yeah. Well, no, that's putting it lightly. I've earned this. Thank you. Cinderglade. Super Shredder.
That's a bomb.
That is a great one.
That's a hit right
Borderless
there.
Super Shredder. That is a great
Nice
one.
job, Chad.
Squirrel. You're absolutely right. Cytoplast Manipulator. That is awesome.
That art's
And a
gnarly.
Turncoat Kinochi. I think that's how I pronounce that. That is
Close enough.
awesome.
That's Super Shredder's fire. That's a
That
big
is a
one.
great one. I love the artwork for it too. You're gonna hear me say that all the time, but that is awesome. Well, congrats on that one there, Chad. That is
Yeah,
great.
Nice hit, Chad. That was great.
Super Shredder is just such an awesome card too. Like, that card did not need Menace, and they just gave it to it anyway. And was
Yeah.
like, you know what, this card needs
Make it better.
nothing, but let's just give it to him anyway.
That's right. Make it better.
Jonathan, RVR collector and an SOS.
That's fun.
RVR. Oh, there it is.
We're hunting. New box. Look at this. Dreamboat.
Fresh boosties. Only the freshest of packs.
Vine ripened, picked at the age of freshness.
Exactly. That is what remastered packs are. They are brought back when they're, when they're appropriately aged, Dry aged reprints.
Ooh,
That's
look
what
at
they
that.
are.
Hey, Chad, I upped the font size on the what we're opening on the queue there on the screen. I think it looks a lot better. Always looking for critical feedback here on making the experience better, but I'm making some tweaks in real time. We're doing it live as the Hauntsman's opening packs. So just watching the chat and trying to make a better chat experience for y'all. 1-1. Let's do the thing, shall we? Good luck, Jonathan. You got 4 minutes until KKD goes live, so
that means we're starting with the exciting one. I'm showing it, yeah. Let's do it. We got Bird. Cinder Vines.
move it up on the screen so we can see it.
Breeding Pool.
Ooh, girl, that's
Beautiful one,
sweet.
too. Borderless Breeding Pool. With a
What?
retro stopping on double hit.
What?
And a Berserk Bedazzle. And Light Up the Stage. You know what set this one came out of? Ravnica Allegiance, my other
true.
favorite.
That's what I was. I was like, it definitely didn't come out of.
Yeah, the other one. The other one.
Yeah, that card was
Give me a break, okay?
real busted.
I like other ones. You know what else came out of that one? Persistent Positioners. That was the other.
Well,
one
you're
of the
in
ones.
Ravnica, so Ravnica and Ravnica does make sense.
Yeah, but I'm saying
It's
there's
not
good
a
cards.
stretch to
That one
assume
also
that
came out of that set. Hey, let me have this, man. Let me have this, okay? These also came out of my. Can't. Let me have this, man. God. Let me have this. But still, that is a great pack, though.
Double. Is that a double fetch or no double
Yeah,
shock?
double shock.
That's
double
borderless
shock.
and
it's the retro and
man,
the
that's hot.
borderless.
That's a good pack.
That's a very,
cool.
very good pack. Jonathan, that's quite the successful pack there. That's the perks
Chad,
of
we
getting a
can't.
fresh pack.
We
Fresh
cannot do
boosties.
packs tonight. We can't do them until tomorrow. We have to process everything. So, quick answer. Thank you for buying packs. Congrats on getting good stuff. But no, we can't have people pick up midstream. Otherwise, we would. It's too hard to manage. And so we just have a policy that says come in tomorrow, and they'll be available for you tomorrow morning for pickup. But we just can't do it in real time.
All right, let's continue on the goodies, though.
We're back to SOS now.
We are. Ooh, is this Spell Pierce?
Yep.
All right, excellent. Sleight of Hand, Foily Boy. Forest. Pensive Professor. Get my pile back together for this. Immoral Bargain. Ambitious Augmentor. Smallpox.
That's dope.
And the Loot.
Well, full art. That card's sweet.
I love the little detail work
Yeah.
there on the string. That's
That
gorgeous.
does look really good in foil.
That
I don't know
looks
that
gorgeous
I've
in
ever
foiling.
pulled that out.
An Elemental.
No, I just said on the chat. Yeah, sorry, we can't do that because then we'd have people ordering every night, just standing outside the door, and it would be a disaster. So, in general, no. Always pick up the next day.
We appreciate the excitement, but you'll get these cards soon. But still, congratulations, Jonathan. Soon, my friend, soon.
Yeah, Chad, we'll get you the cards as soon as we can, brother. All right, we are at 9 o'clock, Huntsman. You're going to take these cards and keep them face down. I am going to confirm that the page is live, and then you all, I'm going to paste a link in the chat for you. And we will be ready to rock. It's on a timer, so let's see how long it takes for cash to clear and everything else to happen. But we have 5 cards for you tonight. Huntsman's going to start flipping them over here in just a second. And then you guys will be able to go to the URL that I'm pasting in the chat. This is basically just first come, first serve. So this is our first try at doing a live Carl's Crazy Deals, where Carl has picked out 5 cards that he is discounting for you tonight. So you are the first folks to see this. If it doesn't, if y'all don't buy it, no big deal, right? It'll just roll into our other Carl's Crazy Deals, and the rest of our customers will have a chance to get these at these prices. These are all marked down from market price, and a pretty good deal if you're looking for any of these cards. And so, Huntsman, go ahead and flip them over one at a time.
We first got, an Ocelot Pride, promo stamped Ocelot Pride. We've got a Cursed Scroll, Gary the Snail Tox Roll.
Mean.
We've got the Cabbage Merchant foil, and the special version of Sathura. That one's gorgeous. They're all gorgeous.
So all 5 of those cards, guys, are now available from now until sold. So you're the first person to see them. This link has only been sent to you. If you go to the site and it shows sold out, that means someone beat you to it. And so this is how we do Carl's Crazy Deals. Just to give you context, the people were asking what's KKD. Every Monday and Friday, Carl, who works here in the store, picks 100 cards out of the stuff that we buy each week. So we buy thousands and thousands of cards every week as a local game store. And he picks 100 of those, discounts them, and puts them out to sale for our community. And so we have an email list. We send an email blast out. It's a really cool way for us to offer cards to you cheaper than you can find them anywhere else, TCG or otherwise. And it's just neat because it's a rotating banner of cool cards. And so we're testing the idea of giving you guys a chance to buy these cards here on the stream. You'll just click through on the website just like you would anything else. What's also important to note now is that now that the stream is Moonshot Rips and it's connected directly to Moonshot's entire systems, you no longer pay for shipping separately. And so you can buy anything on our website and attach it to your pack orders and get those packs. And so including KKDs. So it looks like we already sold 2 of them based on the 2 stickers that just printed. So that's fun. Looks like RIP 001 and RIP 003 are gone. RIP
1.
Womp womp. 3 is the Ocelot Pride.
And 3.
So those 2 are gone already.
These are remaining.
And it looks like 5 is gone also, which is the Cursed Scroll. All right, guys.
We got Gary and the Cabbage Merchant left.
These 2 are still open. They'll be open the rest of the night or until sold. And if y'all don't get them, no big deal. We'll move on. We'll get these on to our next our batch. That was fun. I'd like to hear from you. Is this something you like? Is this neat? Is this interesting? Our goal here is to make this stream fun and engaging,
Absolutely.
right? It's not just cracking packs all day, every day. We do love doing that. We know you guys love watching packs being open, but we're also going to be working on building out some more content. And so I'm going to go ahead and move all of these as closed because these fine folks snuck in there and got them. I'll probably move that off of the screen too so they don't show up as part of the process. So these other 2 cards are still available for the rest of the night. We do have an empty queue, chat. And so if you're interested in opening packs, jump in and we will go from there. I'm going to add so I've got a handful of questions down here. One of them is, the one that's up now is, what are you most excited to crack right now? What are you most hyped to crack? And it can be upcoming sets too.
Upcoming?
So,
that's a good question.
We've opened a lot of Secrets of Strixhaven, it feels like. I still love opening, and I still want to see us hit a serialized card. But looking at Reality Fracture, The Hobbit...
That was what I was going to say. I really like, personally, The Hobbit coming up quite a bit, but I will say Reality Fracture is really interesting to me as someone who's been playing for a hot minute. So I've been playing since Born of the Gods, and I was watching over the weekend the idea behind Reality Fracture, and it's kind of a what-if kind of set. The whole idea is inside of each pack, there's going to be a what-if scenario. You'll have 2 characters. You're going to have 1 card that already exists and 1 what-if scenario. So, for example, one that was spoiled was Chandra Torture Defiance. And then what if, instead of being a fire mage, what if she was an ice mage instead? So every single, and there's another one for what if Garuk was still cursed, things along those lines. So I'm excited to see what all these what if scenarios are like, and so that'll be very interesting for all of these different scenarios, as well as some very interesting reprints as well, because a lot of times, a lot of these very interesting characters have very impactful cards. So it'll be good for both reprints as well as, this is a really interesting chance to take these really impactful characters and take them in really interesting directions where effectively nothing's off limits. You can rewrite history however you choose, and there's no limit. Before, you had to limit by history. Now history is whatever you want it to be.
It feels like it could cause problems.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because, one of the things in Magic broadly is the fact that colors have rules.
Mm-hmm.
Blue draws a lot of cards, white does not.
Yeah.
But white can remove creatures and blue can only bounce them.
Yes.
Right? Generally. You can Pongify some things or whatever, but in general, there's some decisions that have been made in the history of Magic that force limit colors in certain ways.
Mm-hmm.
Do we worry that Reality Fracture will break the color pie so much so? Because, it's one thing if you're playing limited and it's all a Reality Fracture environment, right? Then the color pies are just broken in that environment. That seems fine. But the moment you take that to standard or commander or some constructed format, and now you suddenly have black enchantment removal, that feels like a problem to me.
That's a very interesting point. I think it will depend more as we see the cards more. From what I've seen so far, I'm not as worried, simply because of one reason. From what I've seen so far, all the cards still feel like they still resemble fitting, the story feels to be the thing that's fractured, not the actual card / belonging within Magic ecosystem gameplay wise.
Okay.
So for example, the blue Chandra still feels like a blue card, and all the new Snapcaster Mage still feels like a red card.
So you're saying that a red character is now blue?
Yes,
but it's still a blue card. We didn't give blue direct damage.
Correct. Yeah, so it's the gameplay still feels the same. So the fracture exists within the storyline element, not within the gameplay. And that's what I'm noticing, or at least that's what I'm seeing so far. With that said, we've seen very little so far.
Yeah.
There is still the element where we could be seeing what you're talking about. And so, I'm okay with that as long as they balance it. And so I'm excited to see what they do with it. It's just, much like anything, my answer is it depends. With that said, with the amount of potential that's on the table, I'm excited to see what they do with it.
Yeah, I like that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So, he says they're not doing color pie breaks, Ezra. Thank you. That's very helpful, because that would be a big concern.
That was my understanding of it. Yeah,
that would be a big concern. So, J Mars, I don't know on Hobbit pre-orders yet, so we don't really even know what we're getting from distribution until further along in the process. For those of you watching at home, I'll talk a little bit as the owner of a store, just to give you some context on how some of this stuff works. And so we are a WPN premium store, and we get a lot of product, right? Because we have purchased lots of product in the past. Wizards of the Coast doesn't sell to us directly. They sell through distribution. We have 5 or 6 different distributors that we buy from that sell Wizards of the Coast products. And the way it works is we have to put in our orders, our pre-order numbers on all sets, really before we even know what's in the sets. So part of the reason you're seeing stuff spoiled earlier now, like why you saw, what's the dragon's name? Smaug?
Yeah, Smaug.
So part of the reason you're seeing some of those kinds of cards being spoiled this early is because stores like me, we need some confidence in that set, right? To know what is going to be in the set, because when we put in our pre-orders and we say we want X number of boxes, we got to know that there's going to be something good in there that actually helps sell the product. Otherwise, we get stuck with it, right? But even then, they're not telling us everything. A lot of times we don't even find out what's in the set until a week or two, sometimes days before the set officially goes live. And so Wizards is kind of doing that balancing act of telling the community, you all, us, I'm a player, we're players, right?
Yeah.
I just have a bigger commitment, right? Because if a set's a total dud and I get stuck with a lot of it, it's hard to catch up from, right? And a lot of stores really ran into those problems with Baldur's Gate, frankly, right? So when Baldur's Gate came out, everyone thought it was going to be Commander Legends 2. Everybody thought it was going to be, the Jeweled Lotus and all that, right? And it just didn't perform out of the gate. And we sat on a ton of that product for a very long time. Now, Magic does what Magic does. The set was playable, good, etc., and it kind of scaled up from there. But that's why you see such variance in the pack prices today, right? That's why Aether Drift collector packs are cheaper than Secrets of Strixhaven, because they only print so much of it, and when it's gone, it's gone. I mean, Foundation packs are expensive now. Wilds of Eldraine collector packs are expensive now, because they're all sold out everywhere, and the only place that anybody, including us, can get them is on the secondary market. And that's just the way of the world here. And so when it comes to these sets, it's really hard to predict the future, right? One of the things I love doing is talking to players and talking to folks like you to find out how we're thinking about these things, right? Do people want this set?
Yeah.
They've tried, I think recently, some off-ball concepts, right? Like I probably could have predicted a racing set wouldn't have done very well, and a Wild Wild West set wouldn't have done very well, and a House of Horror set has some crossover, but not a ton. The Clue set was like, eh.
Yeah.
I mean, so there's probably a handful of sets in the recent years that just didn't have the thematics, I think, that Secrets of Strixhaven, Bloomburrow, I mean, Lorwyn Eclipse, they've had some bangers recently.
I think in general, 'cause I'm looking at the chat right now, the Headliner, Super Rare Smog, and any of these things, a lot of these, like Universes Beyond, a lot of things that hold their value are the things that are going to draw people from outside the game that are like collectors. Like a lot of your serialized cards, or a lot of your, super rare things. Like the super duper fancy special version of things. And that's going to be really cool no matter what you pull in any set, But with that said, a lot of what's going to be, like I said meant earlier about, I was kind of joking somewhat about the Ravnica Allegiance and the Conspiracy, but the average player wants to open a pack and be happy with it. And when we're talking about playables across formats and just the ability to open a pack and have more than just a hit. Because don't get me wrong, if you open a serialized card, you're going to be happy. Everyone is. But am I happy with the rares and the mythics and even some of the commons and uncommons? And that's what made certain sets really good. And so that's why I'm happy to see certain things about the Hobbit. So, for example, Box Top is returning. I'm very happy about. Yep. And the reprints that they're talking about are actual ones that people like. Now, the One Ring, absolutely. I'm glad that they were bringing it back. But there are other cards within that they're also bringing back as well, as far as like Sauron and Tom Bombadil as well. So it sounds like there's other hits beyond that, so it doesn't over dilute the One Ring. Beyond that, there's going to be other hits and other treatments to things along the lines of Smog. So it creates this, there's the collectible, but not the only, just this one super duper extra shiny version. There's multiple versions of it, which tends to be good because it allows for these, I'm a Commander player who wants this version, but I don't have to buy the super duper version,
I think that's right. I think that when you really think about like the macroeconomics of it, when there is a 1 of 1 or a out of 77 or out of 100, when you add that level of scarcity, I mean, part of that is to help sell packs for Wizards of the Coast, because you and I and everyone else wants to open a card that's worth $5,000. Who doesn't want to open
exactly
that, right? The problem though is that it generally raises the aftermarket prices of the packs, right? Because of that scarcity. You're paying for the gambling side of it versus the playability side of it. And so the balancing act that the designers have to do, which I imagine is tricky, is to inject some of that high-end collectability, but also the playability. What I really loved about Secrets of Strixhaven is you've got the chase, right? You've got the headliner chase. That you can
Emeritus,
right. It's That's what we call, dude, right? You can go get that, and that's a bomb, right? That's a big card. But you've also got Silver Scrolls. You've also got non-Silver Scroll Japanese Mystical Archives, which people love.
Yeah.
And then you've got like cycles of cards that are very good. So the Emerituses are good. The dragons are good. All dragons are good. Yeah. Right. I mean, even just looking forward to multiple play sets of multicolored lands as like backfill. Right? Even if you buy a pack and you don't hit bombs, like you're still getting playables, to your point.
Yeah.
And I think that's the balancing act that Wizards of the Coast has to carry, is like, put some stuff in there for those of us that are treasure hunting.
Yeah.
Right? Because some of us are. Some of you guys, myself included, I'd love to. I mean, we have a pink chocobo. We have a serialized Bitter Blossom or whatever it is. Like, those are cool cards.
Absolutely. I think it really also depends on how they execute the print run, because one thing that I'm interested in with the Hobbit was how is there. Let's go with this. Do you remember the holiday edition of Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
I remember when I first bought into Lord of the Rings, I didn't know that there was going to be a holiday one, and that actually really affected how I wanted to buy things going forward. Because I loved the scroll version, and I also didn't realize that there was going to be cards that were available in the in the holiday one that wasn't in the original collector boosters. And you're right, because
they didn't tell us that.
As much as I wanted the one of one ring, everyone does, but there's one of one. I'm not realistically going to make financial decisions with the idea that I'm going to get the one of one ring. It's not a feasible goal, and so it's just not something I want to aim for because it's just not a plan realistically. So with that in mind, what I'm hoping they do with the Hobbit is I'm hoping that they start with that kind of model that they did with the holiday version, where they start there, where they have all the cards and they have all the versions and they have all this. Because one of the things I noticed was that holiday version in particular sold really well, but also a bunch of people that were doing that first initial wave ended up having this kind of feeling later on. And as much as I understand that people are going to go back and buy more later because of that feeling, there was this feeling of almost, well, I wish I didn't do that.
Sure. It's expensive.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah.
But with that said, in general, though, one of the things that was so good about Lord of the Rings was playables. They had, your Lorien revealed. They had all these common, uncommon cyclers. They had all these cards throughout every part of the pack. Everything mattered. It wasn't just the one ring. It wasn't just Orcish Bowmaster. You had all these commanders, you had all these things, you had all these cards that existed to players as well as collectors. You had all these things that mattered, all these treatments that mattered. You had all these serialized cards. You had, different kinds of showcases. So many things mattered. And I think that's what really made it such a good set. So I'm really hoping that the Hobbit can follow through on that part as well. And that's what I like about it so far is you have your showcase, then you also have your headliner, and then you have your borderless. Because at the end of the day, you need to have variety, because if you have, like we mentioned, the one of one or one of 77, you need something special, but you need something a step below the most special.
Well, I mean, think about the Emeritus and the Secrets of Strixhaven, right? Everyone wants the out of 500, whatever, the big dog, right? The impossible serialized one.
Yeah, but not everyone can end up like that.
But if you open a base version of that card, you're happy.
Exactly.
Right? And better yet, if you open a foil base version, you're happy. Or if you order a borderless, or a borderless foil, like there's 4 other versions of that card you can get that play the exact same way, same power level, turns out, right? You can just shuffle them. And so that there's a lot of wisdom in that, I think, in terms of how they're printing some of that stuff. It's not like the only version you get is this version.
It's the thing. What I think about is this is especially when it comes to commanders, is my logic here. A lot of people want their commander to be the super shiny extra special version. And when the only super shiny extra version is this abhorrently expensive version of it, that's why I like having a showcase and then a super shiny separate version, because not everyone can afford the version, the super expensive version. If you can, that's great, fantastic. And if that's your deck, go for it. But having a step in the middle is great for a lot of players.
Yep. Totally agreed. Well, fam, we are open queue right now. If you do want to have any packs open, the Huntsman is here and we'll open them for you. I will continue to add color commentary. We'll keep talking because that's what you pay us to do.
Absolutely.
You don't actually pay us anything, but that's what we do. We talk.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, and so we're gonna hang out and chat. We'd love to open packs for you guys. We'd love to just talk about the state of Magic, the state of the world. Is anybody that's watching right now either A, paying attention to the Pro Tour, or B, in Vegas for MagicCon? We have one of our team members, good friend of the family, friend of the show. Abe is out at the Pro Tour right now and is performing exceptionally well.
Yes, he is 10-5 currently.
10-5. Okay, so he lost round 15.
Yes, he lost round 15.
Okay, so he's out of top 8 contention at this point, but should finish with a strong contention.
Let me see if standings are up for him yet.
They're not posted yet.
Not yet.
They're only
Okay.
only 14 is posted, but he is texting us behind the scenes and telling us. So,
Okay. Alright.
So Nick's spoiling it to the rest of the world if you're watching at
Yeah.
home. But our guy
Sorry.
Abe playing Is It Lessons is there, crushing it on the Pro Tour. Started day one strong. He only needed 8. He only needed to go 8-8 to qualify for Amsterdam.
Correct.
So
So he will be
he's-
back.
Back in Amsterdam for the Pro Tour there, which will be a lot of fun. But man, what a cool thing.
Yeah.
Ezra, I think you're exactly right. That Edgar Markov for Innistrad Remaster, where it's a headliner, it's a serialized, but there's also
Yes,
like
exactly.
a handful of banger versions, and you're happy to
Exactly.
get any of those. Like that was pretty cool.
That was exactly my point, because to the people that want the version, get the version, but not everyone can afford the version, and having other ones too is fantastic, because up until that point, having even the base version was a lot. And then what was there was a judge version, and that was the only two available, and that was the point I was making here. So I think having what they did there was a great play.
The one struggle I would tell you is like, agreed conceptually with Edgar Markov. On a scale of 1 to never, I would never play a Edgar Markov deck. I have no interest in vampires or vampire tribal or anything to that effect. And so, like, cool that Innistrad is in that vein, right? I get that it's like Midnight Hunt and Crimson Vow, Innistrad, like that whole archetype and genre and plane, and that is very vampire heavy. I get it.
Yeah.
But when your headliner is a card that, I mean, like even in Secrets of Strixhaven, if you're not a blue mage and you don't want to play a big blue card with Ancestral Recall attached to it, and you're, a turn the card sideways, stompy kind of guy, like maybe it doesn't appeal to you. So the one struggle of having a single headliner card that's colored is that it may not appeal to you.
And that's why I think there shouldn't be a single headliner, like one headliner. That's what I was mentioning in this case. I like specifically for The Hobbit in particular, and what they did with Lord of the Rings, the Holiday Edition, where they had a lot of different serialized for a lot of different, for a bunch of different scenes, and just having a bunch of different things. In general, I just like that kind of model a bit more, where not necessarily flood the market with everything, but for these universes beyond in particular, because let's face it, we're there for a fandom. That's why we're in that universe, is for those people, for the people that love that, it's that crowd, those people that love that specific, fandom, that's why we're there. So appeal to it, we're doing all these cards for all these scenes, for all these characters and all these everything. Use it, and that's where I think, we're seeing all these other things. Like, for example, we saw it with the Holiday Edition. That's a great example. But then we're seeing with a bunch of other things as well. One of the more recent ones that we're seeing right now is the, have you seen the spin down collectible dice for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
Yeah, those things are going for a good chunk of change for the serialized ones.
For sure.
And that's the thing, is some people are here for the game. Some people are, here for the collectability. And I think for the universes beyond in particular, play into that. That's okay. I think if you're going to do serialized, that is the time to do it. That's my 2 cents at least, and that's why I agree with you, because I couldn't agree more. I personally am the guy who would build a vampires kind of deck because I love combat. I'm the other way around as far as, if I looked at certain cards and certain ones where I'm like, that isn't for me, There's certain people that love certain play styles, and I look at them just like, okay, but like, why would you did that willingly? Jesus, okay. And that's all right. Some people, like playing different ways. That's awesome. That's what makes Magic so interesting, is there's so much to do with the game. And that's why I think that having one headliner is a fascinating decision, because it's like, okay, with all these options and all these different ways to play, why one option? Because don't get me wrong, I will say one big thing. They do have one good thing going for them with this Emeritus. They successfully identified what the card for the set was. And that can be difficult, because so many times when it comes to testing these sets, especially with how many cards there are, and how many cards there are in standard and all the formats and playtesting with how many sets there are coming out, how fast. It's hard to really judge what the most powerful card is coming out of every single set. You know, sometimes it is on a surface level in a vacuum, but when you talk about in comparison and in working with every other card that's out there and interacting with everything, when you escape the vacuum, when it's out there, playing with everything else that's out there, is it the most powerful card in the set? That can be a hard question to really answer in a vacuum.
Sure.
And I think they really been nailing that recently. And when you're doing that with not reprints, because when you got, you know, reprint sets, that's easy. But when you're doing that with brand new cards, that can be a hard question to ask.
For sure.
And they got it.
Folks, we have 13 of you watching, including me, so 12. So we're pretty light tonight. I know many of you are at MagicCon, totally cool. I am going to go ahead and it's been about, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes since we've had an order come through, since the KKDs, because we launched those at 9 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start a 10-minute timer. I'm testing technology. So I'm swinging this thing up to 10 to see if it does anything. And we're going to do a 10-minute timer, assuming it works. It should pop up on the screen and say, hey, we've got 10 minutes left. In so doing, it should start to count down, right? And then as we get to 0, we'll call it a wrap for tonight. We're not going to make you guys sit and stare at us as we pontificate all night long about emeritus cards. But I'm also just testing the technology. So the way this works is if an order comes in, it automatically resets the timer. And so that's just a fun way to like extend things. And so we're not trying to rush you guys out the door. I'm not trying to like make this a thing. I'm just trying to A, test technology, and B, give you your night back, folks, if there's other things to do tonight. We are going to be actively working on the tech and on the programming. So we've got a lot of really fun stuff that I'll be announcing here shortly. We got to get folks back from MagicCon. We got to get our second streaming studio set up here, but it's all coming soon. And so we would love for y'all to be a part of that. And we will have more updates for you as we go. We're going to be leaning much harder into our Discord channel. Right now, it's been kind of a neglected thing that isn't as good as it should be. And so we're going to be very intentional about that to keep the conversation going midweek and between streams. But yeah, we have a lot of cool stuff coming. And so here's what we will do, Nick. I'm going to trade you spots.
Okay.
We'll kick on your BRB right there. Should be just under BRB. Hit that. And then let's trade spots. And then I'll close us out unless somebody else has something else they want to do. In the middle. That one. All right, friends, back at the control helm here. Yeah, testing a bunch of stuff. So just to give you some context on what I've been working on, we got a printer automated, so it's printing orders correctly. We have a feature that will allow us to add and subtract products easier. That's taken a long time to do. We're also actively trying to get ahead of a schedule here. And so one of the things that I want to do is make sure that y'all can know who's streaming when and what we're doing specifically on that stream, if anything. And so we're going to get far ahead of that. That's how we do our events here at Moonshot, and that's how we're going to do our streams as well. And so you will see a much more public and much more polished schedule coming soon. I did get the bot running again tonight. We haven't really used it much, but the bot does exist. If you go into chat and type in !commands, it will give you a list of the commands that you can enter. And from there, you can enter any of those commands and participate, which is kind of fun. And so there's all the different ones you can enter, and it'll tell you kind of what we're doing and how we're doing it. No promises that they're all accurate, because I just got the bot turned back on again. But yeah, that's what we're working on. So I've got some automations coming through to be able to do some like card lookup stuff live in chat, which could be a lot of fun. And then we're going to be doing a lot more giveaway related stuff. So that's a big part. What we could use the most help on, folks, and I'm super grateful for all of you that are sticking around and watching. What would be the most helpful to us is tell your friends, right? Join us. Just hang out. You don't have to buy stuff. Just hang out. But let's try to get our viewer counts up so that we can be consistent and be busy. When we split with Rip and Ship, we started at 0. We worked for 3 years to build 25,000 subscribers together, and then we have 0. And so it takes a lot to build. And I'm super grateful for each and every one of you that came over here to help. We're trying actively to create the coolest streaming channel that exists. We're going to bring in awesome people like Rob and the Huntsman. We got Queen Honey back after MagicCon. Sarah is going to be here next week again. Know how much y'all love Sarah. And then we're going to be testing some other things too. We got more people that will be coming on. The vision of adding a second streaming setup is to give more people at bats and chances, right? To get more people in front of camera so that we can test folks live with you guys, which I think could be a lot of fun. And so that's what we're actively building. Would love any and all critical feedback. You guys have helped us already design the little queue, right? You've given us feedback on, pricing and all sorts of other stuff. And so just talk to us. I am also actively working on a solution to the buy and hold. I know that's been important for a lot of folks, and I know a lot of people don't want to have their stuff shipped every single time. The buy it tonight, ship it tomorrow is wonderful, generally. But if you're a person who likes to buy a pack and then buy another pack and then buy another pack and then 3 days later buy another pack and you want us to actually hold it, I can understand how this system isn't designed for you. And so I hear you. I understand that. And we are actively working on ways to solve that problem without crazy burden on our fulfillment team. My wife, Amanda, runs the show here. She runs the fulfillment team. Miss Sarah, whom you know, works with her. And those two ladies are doing a lot. And I want to ensure that whatever systems or processes we turn on is manageable and fun for them. And that we get you your stuff the way you want it, as soon as you want it, as you expect it. And so we're just really being very deliberate and thoughtful about that stuff, but we just ask for patience in that moment as we work through it. We're going to have a lot of fun. Well, thank you, Amanda. I really sincerely appreciate your positivity. It's nice having you here. It's nice having others like you here. We've just had, it's felt great having so many people say, hey, keep going, guys. I mean, it's hard to start something, right? Thankfully, we've been doing this for years, and so we know the construct of how to do it. But launching your own channel and building it from nothing really is step out. And it's a thing. And so just really grateful for you guys for coming along on this journey. We're going to have a lot of fun along the way. We're going to keep giving away cool stuff. We're going to host special things. I promise you, we are going to lean in and create what I think will be the coolest streaming channel out there. We're just in that growth phase right now. We're in that figure it out, build the airplane in the air, as Rob likes to say. But I can promise you a couple people that are watching right now care very deeply, are on our team, and are analyzing and thinking about how we can do this better. Thanks, sis. I honestly, part of what I'm thinking about, guys, and I would like critical feedback on this, is I don't personally like the idea of the only reason you tune into a stream is to watch packs being opened. Look, we love opening packs. It's fun. We all have fun doing it. It's really neat to do. But we want to create content that the pack piece wraps around it instead of it's the only thing that we do. I don't like the idea of we open packs, the queue gets empty, and now we just stare at each other and make up stuff to talk about, right? We're actively working on things that we can do to create fun on camera together while we all hang out with each other in this chat room. And we're we're building towards that goal. And so I can't expose too much too soon, but I can promise you that those are the conversations my team and I are having behind the scenes. Those are the things we're thinking about. And we've got awesome people signed up, and we've got awesome plans in place. And I promise you, if you stick around, it's going to be a journey, and you're going to be, I think it's going to be super fun. Like, I personally am super excited about it. I know the people on the team are super excited about it. And once all of it comes to fruition, but you're seeing us test some of it, right? I mean, like, automatic printing, simple, neat. It's cool. It tells you what you can do. We'll tweak shipping so that life is easier and better. We're going to tie stuff digitally and YouTube and real life together so life is easier. We're going to focus on the different types of people that love Magic. Not all of you are collector pack chasers, right? Some of you just want to open play packs. Some of you just want to watch packs being opened. Right? Fine. Great. We're going to build a channel that serves all of you and not just, race to spend the next $50 for a collector pack. And so, again, grateful for all of you. It's been a lot of fun. One thing we're going to start, and we might as well start it tonight, Huntsman. And since there's only a few of you here, we're going to do it more fun tonight than we normally do. But I'm going to implement a new program. When we hit 0 every night and the stream ends, we're going to do a community pack. Okay. And then what that means is we're going to pick a pack. I'll probably predefine those, but we're at a wrap, right? So tonight's stream's going to be over. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to grab a pack off the shelf, and we're going to crack that pack. It's a quote-unquote community pack. So here's how this is going to work. We're going to open it together tonight. You're going to see it. And on our very next stream, today is Saturday night, so Monday night, Sarah is here with us Monday night. When Sarah comes on Monday night, in the first 15 minutes of her stream, she is going to give away the contents of that pack. So you're all going to know what it is. We're not opening it on Monday. We're opening it right now. So y'all stuck around till the end. Y'all are going to see it. But Sarah's going to give it away on our next stream. And I'm going to make this a process that we do every time. It's going to be community pack at the end of every single stream. I want to play the Semisonic closing time song, but I don't know that we have the rights to do that. But let's pick a pack. Huntsman, let's go collector. What do we want to do? We've done far too much SOS lately. Let's pick something fun. CLV, low collector. Carl, we're gonna open a collector pack for the stream. Which one should we open? You tell me, cuz. Carl's choosing. Crazy Carl just walked by. He's gonna pick. Eighth, you can do better than that.
I have my pick.
That's what yours was?
No,
what's yours?
What we're gonna flip. I think that set is very.
All right, chat. Carl says Aether Drift. Hansman says Lorwyn Eclipsed. Vote please here, and we'll go. And that's the pack I'm going to open now. Right, Grumplax, to answer the question, there will be a giveaway entry on Monday. So there's no way really to pull an active person in chat. We'll do a little pound enter feature or exclamation point enter on Monday. Enter you all into a drawing, and then we've got a tool that I've built to pick someone at random. And so we'll pick the winner. Well, why not both? That's a good question. That feels like a reasonable question to ask.
We're kicking it off, right?
We are kicking it off, Grumplax. I'm really not mad at that. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to open both because Grumplax said so. So we're going to open both of these packs, okay?
The records show that I have 2 votes for Lorwyn, though. Therefore, if there was one, I am the winner.
I think everyone would have picked Lorwyn, right? It is a better pack, I think, than Aether Drift, but we're going to...
I think. I am victorious.
You're 100 miles away from the microphone.
I am.
All right, folks, we're going to open both. So here's what's going to happen. Open both of these packs. These are community packs. I'm going to set these in a team bag. We're going to hold these. And then on Monday night stream with Sarah, she is going to pick a winner. And the winner of that will win the contents of both of these. So if we hit like super bomb here, then y'all better tune in Monday, right? And I guess even if we don't, free cards, right? And so that's got to be an encouraging option. I don't know. Can I open these left-handed? Is that a thing? Because my thumb is not...
Apparently you have to try it from the bottom. That's not what you said.
Yeah,
I can try and open it too.
All right, we're gonna let Hansman open it for me because my thumb is not great.
One of the pull tab ones does not have the pull tab. Oh yeah, it does. It has a pull tab.
He says he has a pull tab on it. All right, I'll pull him out. All right, folks. Here is Dinosaur Dragon. Here is our Aether Drift pack. Okay, so this is our community pack. Ending the stream with a community pack. We've got, oh man, Queen Honey would be so excited right now. Look at that.
Where's Queen Honey where you need it?
She's at Queen Honey is at MagicCon.
MagicCon, that's
but
right.
that's Loot. Loot the Pathfinder. Seed of Varma. Debris Beetle. On Wings of Gold. Full Throttle Foil. Skybox Fairy Full Art Foil. That loot is a good start. That'll be a fun one. So I'll let
tune in for Monday.
I was gonna say somebody's getting a loot on Monday. Tune in for a loot. Loot the loot.
Lore one time.
All right, lore one. Let's see what we got here. Second pack. Here we go, folks. Planes. All right, Ashling's Command.
All right, that's a good one.
Great card. Dread Tiller, full art. Sonar Innovative First Year, full art. Brigid, Clacklin's Heart, double-sided. And then we've got an Oko.
Ooh.
That's real fancy.
Foil.
Full art foil Oko. That is very cool. Double-sided.
Loot and an Oko. Y'all better be here on Monday.
Loot and Oko, folks. Free cards for somebody. We're going to throw all these together in a team bag, and we'll have it set aside. So every stream, to end a stream, we're going to do community packs. It won't always be collector packs, and it certainly won't always be two of them. But we're really grateful for you guys for sticking with us tonight for a couple hours as we're learning our way through this stuff. We are going to go ahead and set these cards aside. We're going to end tonight's stream. Come hang out with us again on Monday night for Miss Sarah, and then Tuesday Queen Honey is back, and so we're back to somewhat normally scheduled programming next week. But come hang out. We're going to continue to enhance and improve, and I am grateful for each and every one of you. Y'all have a good rest of the weekend. All right. So I need to find an actual team bag. Is that a thing that we have somewhere?